Acute liver failure is an uncommon but serious condition characterized by a relatively rapid progressive deterioration in liver function. There are mainly three things which are affected in acute liver failure. First is the encephalopathy, and second thing is the decreased synthetic liver function. One thing should be ruled out is that patient does not have any underlying liver disease or cirrhosis. The thing that makes acute liver failure very dangerous is that there is very less time for decompensation by the liver. On the basis of duration between the jaundice appearance and the encephalopathy, the acute liver failure can also be subdivided into the hyperacute, acute and subacute type. In hyperacute it is less than 1 days. In acute it is from 1 week to 4 weeks, and in subacute it could be between 4 weeks to 12 weeks of duration. So there are different causes which can cause acute liver failure. The most important one is the drug induced category, and the most common one is the paracetamol induced acute liver failure. Other drugs are also present like halothane, anti-TB drugs, MDMA drug is the ecstasy drug, and some herbal remedies can cause acute liver failure. There are other causes which are not known, so they are called as cryptogenic. They are also called non-AE viral hepatitis. Then is the viral infections. These are simply the A, B and E virus. Then is the miscellaneous category. You can further subdivide on the basis of the involvement of the symptom. Like metabolic category includes Wilson's disease. It could be cardiac like in shock and cardiac failure, vascular in origin like in Budd-Chiari, in which there is thrombosis of the hepatic vein. Infectious causes include leptospirosis and some viral infections like cytomegalovirus, herpes simplex, Epstein-Barr virus. There are some autoimmune causes like primary biliary cirrhosis and primary sclerosing cholangitis. There are some neoplastic causes as well like liver metastasis and lymphoma. All these causes must be ruled out, and the treatment should be started as soon as possible, because in acute liver failure there is very less time for decompensation. If there is damage more than 40%, the transplant option should be considered. So investigation should be done as soon as possible to rule out the other causes. First you have to take the history, and second is the examination, third thing is the investigation. To rule them out, first you should have a toxicology screen and blood plus urine examination to rule out any drug induced type of acute liver failure. To rule out the cryptogenic or viral infection, you should have the blood serum examination for viral markers. Like in case of hepatitis A, you would have the IgM anti-HAV antibodies. In case of hepatitis B, there would be hepatitis B surface antigen, IgM, and hepatitis B core antibody. In case of hepatitis E, you will have anti-HEV antibodies. In case of the metabolic disease like Wilson's disease, you will have the blood or serum, you will have the serum ceruloplasmin levels which would be low as compared to the normal levels. The blood and serum copper levels should be raised, and in examination of the eye you will likely to have found the Kayser-Fleischer rings. To rule out the Budd-Chiari cause, you should have a CT abdomen and Doppler of hepatic veins. To rule out the autoimmune causes, ANA and ASMA, that is anti-smooth muscle antibodies, they should be checked in the blood. Then is the management. As it is the acute liver failure, one thing you should remember is that the encephalopathy should be treated along with the elongation of the prothrombin time. These two things are most important in the management, the encephalopathy and the prolonged prothrombin time. So they should be given attention to. The conservative treatment aims to maintain life in the hope that hepatic regeneration will occur, but early transfer to a specialized transplant unit should always be considered. In case of acetaminophen poisoning, N-acetylcysteine should be given.